No.
It's my treat.
Please, this is my weekend. I want to put it on.
You are always driving up to Montreal when I'm in your territory. I want to contribute.
Well, you are. When you called, you said you had a long weekend in New York. I felt like a kid at Christmas. Corny, huh?
But I like it. I wish I didn't have to spend so much time preparing my testimony.
Hey, you're here. For me, that's enough.
I missed you too.
May I help you?
This is Alex Bodash. Put me through to someone in your homicide division. Now.
Anything else?
Why did defense pick you as an expert witness? Why didn't they use a local?
Because he knew my work from another case on multiple personalities. A case we won.
Who's the prosecutor?
Van Dorn.
Van Dorn. Tough.
I know, but he's not the one I'm worried about. It's his expert witness, Dr. Oliver Garrett. He always claims defendants are liars and incorrigibly violent and should be punished to the max. But this boy is sick. He doesn't deserve to be in jail. He should be in a hospital.
Mr. Janek, there's a call for you. Chief Wyckoff says it's urgent.
How urgent, John?
Very. How soon can you get back into town?
What's up?
There's been a slaughter. 6 people. Slashed, massacred. I need you on this one, Frank.
I'm on my way.
We have to go.
I'm sorry. I wasn't planning on spending this long weekend in the city.
It's okay. I know whenever you get a call like this, it's because a terrible thing has happened to someone.
You're not disappointed?
We're the lucky ones.
I am, anyway.
A mass murder like this brings out the vultures. They'll be all over the news, giving people nightmares. I want to come down on this case as hard and as fast as we can. Who reported this? The guy who owns this building. That's the second reason why there's so much press here. It's Alex Bodash.
Bodash?
Yeah.
The guy does the Broadway shows?
Yeah, he's up in his apartment now getting sloshed.
Team inside?
Aaron's on the first floor, Owens and Corey on the rest of the building.
Check him out, check him. Where's Sergeant Greenberg?
Frank?
What is this?
Madam Janet's catering service. She runs the business out of the apartment.
The apartments have blood on the walls like this?
No, some are worse. Looks like the blood was smeared there on purpose. We're lunatic. I tell you, they're sure building bigger and better wackos these days, I'll give you that.
Is that Madam Janek?
No. The ID on this one is Marvin Feinberg, CPA. Apparently he was alone here working on the books.
Where's she?
East Hampton with a crew working a party. She's been notified.
Anything missing?
The guy's got a wallet full of cash. Apartment hasn't been tossed, but we're checking.
Break-in?
Well, doors are all unlocked and open.
All of them?
Every one of them 6 floors. Emmy's up on 4 with another darn goose.
Let's go.
Take it up to 4?
Sir.
Sorry, this blew your weekend with Monique.
Oh, it's okay. She understands about the work. You know what she said?
What's that?
We're the lucky ones.
No, you're the lucky one. Better hold on to someone like that.
Roger. Plan to.
Male, one body. We're about done here.
Blood over here as well.
Yes, sir.
Aldo?
Hey, Frank. No defensive wounds on the hands or the arms, no attempt to ward off the weapon.
Same with Feinberg.
So they didn't see the killer until it was too late. Or it was someone they knew. Killing instrument?
Something with a very sharp edge. Could have been a butcher knife. Whatever, the perp knew how to use it.
Well, there were 6 victims. But you seem sure there was just one killer.
Seems that way. That's your department.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about it.
Victim's name was Dennis Ledbetter, late 30s. Neighbor across the street said he was company manager for Alex Bodash, working on a big musical supposed to open next month. Said he lived alone, but look at this. I don't think it was a size 4, do you?
So there's a girlfriend.
And at least part-time. She's got some stuff in the bathroom as well. No photos, but I'll find something traceable.
Then go keep Bodash company. And don't let him get too drunk.
Gotcha.
Now, what do we got here?
Door open like the rest, but no victim, sir.
Sergeant Corey around?
Yes, sir. She's in here.
Another show business type?
Looks like it, but nobody home here tonight.
Lucky.
I found some mail addressed to a Richard Wheeler. I'm checking.
Did you see the other apartments?
Yes.
What do you think?
Well, 3 dead males, 3 females, no primary target, no robbery. Everybody pretty well off. Maybe some crazy is hunting the rich.
So you think this qualifies?
That depends on where you're coming from, I guess. I don't even have any good guesses yet, Lieutenant.
Hey, has this been dusted?
Need a prop.
Show me the other apartment.
Dead female, Dory McCoy, slashed like the others. The door, like the others, was partially open, almost as if she'd invited him in.
Yeah, or he had a key and let himself in.
She was expecting somebody, though. She's wearing the kind of nightgown a woman doesn't wear for sleeping.
Yeah, this is Unit 212. We're down at the scene.
Got any background on this?
These clippings and a life story in playbills. Short life story. She was in some hits at first, then out of town, dinner theater, downhill at an early age. But a city worker, actress, dancer.
Nothing broken. Don't see any signs of a struggle. No forced entry.
Nor of sexual assault. Heard you guys clear across the hall, Frank. No assault, but I did find the presence of semen, so there had been sex.
When can you get us a blood type on the semen?
The sooner you let me get her out of here, the better. She was one of 6, you know.
That's just it. This city's gonna panic. So you'll get me the blood type?
Probably by...
Tomorrow. Eddie?
Yes, sir.
An attorney, Maurice Bissell and his wife Raquel. No kids, just the 2 of them. They were playing cards. Gin looked like.
The door open? Unlocked like this?
Yeah, nothing taken that I could see.
What about this?
Right, I'll have that checked for type.
You all right?
Yeah.
Over on the left side.
Let's see what we got back here.
Showing the dime.
Yeah, that's what they did.
I don't want anybody coming here without...
2 girls lived in the apartment. Both were models. Only one of them was home at the time, so she got it.
Where's the TV tag? Was it on when you got here?
Yeah, old Mick Jagger concert on. Weird. Him jumping all over the place, her just laying there, not moving. All that blood. Victims, this one. Candace Svensson.
Is this the roommate?
Yeah. One, Tiffany Greer. You've seen them both in a lot of ads, a few big ones, you know, Cosmo, Vogue. My girlfriend reads that stuff.
Same photographer took both these pictures. Larry Pinto. Tell the uniforms at the front door I want to see Miss Greer when she shows. I'm going upstairs and talk to Mr. Broadway. Eddie?
Huh?
We got all the basic covered.
Here. Put a few drops of alcohol on a handkerchief. Sniff it once in a while. It helps.
It's okay, Lieutenant. I'll be okay.
these things, sir, if you want.
That's already on the way. We've been really busy here.
How about laying off the booze till we get this over with, Mr. Bodash?
Trying to dull the memory. It's not working. What do you think I did? 1 month before opening night with an elephant of a show to produce on a slow season. We rehearsed till we dropped. Then we rehearsed. Ask Rick.
That'd be Richard Wheeler? First floor not home yet?
My assistant director, my whip hand, my overeducated gopher. He's a young Turk. He's very charming, very talented. When he wants to be a rattlesnake. He's going to be me someday.
Mr. Bodash, after the rehearsal.
Sardi's for the cannelloni. Ask the waiter, Rocco or Jocko or something.
And after Sardi's?
Do you have to touch those?
After the restaurant, Mr. Bodash.
I took the limo, came here. And spotted Foxworth, said hello. And then I came into the building. And one by one, I saw the bodies. And I'm tired. I'm very, very tired. If there's anything else, it'll have to wait till morning.
Let's start with Alex Bodash. Aaron, what do you think?
Well, might have been fried by what he saw, might have been acting too. Can't tell with these theater people. They can make you believe anything. Here's the thing that sticks with me. Real coincidence. The guy happens to come home just as his neighbor's leaving. Come on. It's almost like it was set up for an alibi.
No, I don't like him either. Eddie, I want you and Aaron to check him out. Every move he made yesterday. Huh? Ruthie.
It's not like any mass murder I've ever heard of. All they had in common was an address. Somebody gets into locked doors, into elevators, murders people. Nobody even hears screaming.
Nobody puts up a fight. So he's a master at locks and surprise. Or he's someone that knew each of the victims.
And where does he go? And this guy's got to be covered in blood. Nobody sees him leave?
And why is all that blood smeared everywhere? What is he trying to say to us, and where does all that rage come from?
Well, all we know is there's someone out there with a knife. Tomorrow he could walk into another building. This whole city's gonna be holding its breath.
See how you are.
I'm tired. It's gonna be tough to get a handle on this one. Well, this is not exactly the romantic weekend I had in mind.
It's okay. You hungry? Can I get you something to eat?
No, thanks, no. I had a wonderful donut about an hour ago.
That sounds nutritious.
Where did the flowers come from?
Oh, I picked them up. See, I have a crush on a cop.
Really?
Tall guy. Blue eyes. Tired.
Oh, I'm not that tired. Back to the grocery store and put it on the shelf again.
I like that. Okay, I've got one. When I was 16, I kept a photograph from a newspaper wrapped in cellophane and stuffed inside my brassiere for 1 year.
Of?
Steve McQueen.
Well, nobody knows this. Nope, not even my partner, Aaron. I happen to be a very, very good ballroom dancer. Yeah, very good, if I do say so myself. My mother taught me.
Well, nobody knows that I love to dance.
No kidding.
Will you dance with me?
Maybe someday.
Hi, this is Rick Wheeler. I'm not in right now, so leave a message after the beep.
Ready, Rich? You got that?
This is my place of work. I am trying to make my living.
I understand that, Mr. Locke. The thing is...
Look, this may be just another Sunday to the rest of New
Excuse me,
York,
sir, would you keep that
but
stuff in
I
the
have a
elevator,
party
please?
of 12 to feed, including a dozen cassoulet, which took me hours to prepare.
Look, Mr. Locke, if Lieutenant Janek gives an okay, you and your people can go, all right? Until then, nothing leaves the building.
Then it is your responsibility, not mine. Jacques, please telephone to the Stones and tell them their branch has been taken prisoner by the police department.
Oui, madame.
Okay, what's the deal?
You're not going to believe this.
About the blood? What about it?
The lab tested it. It's not human, it's not animal. It's the stuff they use in the theater.
Makeup blood.
Exactly. So, what do you think? Is this the killer or some nut job who heard about the place on the news?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Let's go upstairs and see if Mr. Bodash is sobered up and ready for company.
He already has company. Rick Wheeler.
Good-looking guy, huh, Corey?
Gives Tom Cruise a run for his bucks.
Damn it, Alex. Everyone in the theater knows about it. Do you really think the cops aren't going to find out?
Is she here now?
No.
She certainly wasn't here last night. So if you keep your mouth shut about it, we'll all be better off. Do you understand? Yes? Oh. Well, these two gentlemen have come to read for the part of the detective. What do you think? Two on the nose? Lieutenant Janek and,
Greenberg.
Greenberg, right. Come in, come in.
I guess if I had decided to stay home last night, I'd be on a slab somewhere, too.
And this is Rick Wheeler, pondering the big question. We're on a tight schedule. Janek, have you arrested anyone yet?
I'm sorry to mess up your time frame, Mr. Bodash, but I've got 6 corpses.
Oh, am I being too cold? Look, I found those people. I may not have liked them very much, but I found them, and I'm still fighting the shakes. And my way of fighting is to get back to my work, which, by the way, is moving ruthlessly forward, whether we like it or not.
What's the name of the new play, Mr. Bodash?
It's called Christina's World, and it's an original. They're not doing originals these days. They haven't got the guts. They're reviving everything.
Mr. Wheeler, how long have you lived in this building?
Exactly 7 months. I was working for Madame Janet at the time as one of her waiters. She hires theater people like myself, actors, writers, all of us at one time or another very hungry types. Anyways, I persuaded Janet to arrange an interview with Mr. Bodash, and he hired me as his assistant. I heard that he had an empty apartment in his building, and he let me have that as partial payment. As for my whereabouts last night, Lieutenant...
Detective Corey told me you've got a sister in Brooklyn Heights. You spent the weekend with her. That checks out.
Oh, great. That lets you off the hook. That leaves only Colonel Mustard, Miss Scarlett, and the butler. I'm sorry. These scenes are so familiar.
Thank you, Mr. Wheeler. You can go now.
Yes, go. And rehearse the second act. Make sure the transitions are working. If they don't, fire the technical director.
I've already spoken to him. There is a replacement standing by.
There you see. He may be Yale Drama School, but at heart, he's as much an SOB as I am. Now, what exactly are the both of you curious about?
Well, for one thing, your alibi for last night doesn't quite check out.
What doesn't check out?
Cannelloni at Sardi's?
You got me. It was the rigatoni.
Oh, you were at Sardi's, all right, but only for a couple of martinis. Which means your whereabouts when you left rehearsal to when you got home and phoned the police are unknown.
After I left rehearsal, before I got to Sardi's, I did what I usually do. I walked. The east side and back helps me think.
Why did you tell us that?
Because last night I was drunk and confused. And now that the record is straight, what else are you curious about?
Well, in most buildings like this, the tenants barely know each other.
Rick Wheeler works for you. So did your attorney, Bissell. Dennis Ledbetter did. Dory McCoy was a dancer.
Living in a house full of strangers didn't appeal to me, so I held an open call. For people I could relate to. Showfolk mostly.
Did anyone have keys to those apartments?
You mentioned Dennis Ledbetter. He's your man. He moonlighted for me as building manager.
We searched Ledbetter's apartment. We didn't find any keys.
He's the only one that has a set of keys. What can I tell you?
Would you mind giving us the name of the lady who was living with him?
I don't know what you're talking about. As far as I'm concerned, Dennis lived alone. I have to go to rehearsal.
Mr. Bodash, I think a murder investigation takes precedence over a rehearsal.
You do? What a strange thought. Anyway, you can contact my lawyer and arrange a time to talk to me.
Your lawyer's dead. 3rd floor front.
Right. I'll have to find a new one for you to talk to on Tuesday.
Was Dory McCoy in your show, Mr. Wheeler? I mean, we know she was a dancer.
She was. And a very good one. But unfortunately...
Yes?
Well, I guess you're going to find out eventually. I wasn't with Mr. Bodash at the time, but the story is that she was in one of his musicals a few years ago, and she showed up high on coke.
Well...
She screwed things up.
Yes, bad. Very bad. So he fired her. I'm not really sure he blackballed her from working on Broadway again.
But it's possible.
I guess.
Yes, he did. He's that kind of guy.
You don't get a second chance.
Rick! What are you still doing here?
I was just about to go.
Well, why don't you?
There you are, the famous lieutenant. Every time I am trying to explain to your detective why he is ruining me, all he keeps saying is, if Lieutenant Janek says...
Lieutenant Janek, this is Jeanette Dulac, otherwise known as Jenny Lakes. She may have learned to cook in Paris, but her hometown was Dayton, Ohio. I guess she figured the switch was good for business.
Well, 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 if it isn't Mr. Broadway. Telling secrets, are we, darling? Perhaps I should tell them about
Why don't
the
you keep
time...
your advice limited to the kitchen or the bedroom?
Why don't you...
stop? Please. Let's go, Jenny.
Hard to believe we were lovers once. Oh, I shouldn't have let you in on that.
I guess you just did.
By the way, the keys you were asking about, why don't you check it out with that idiot super I fired before I gave Dennis the job?
What's his name?
Lembroso. He works somewhere in the neighborhood.
Then you eat the cassoulet and you pay for them, Miss Lakes.
Okay. Look, guys, I've got a brunch to get moving to the corner of 79th and 5th. Now, does that particular intersection have any meaning for you people?
Money, maybe.
You got it, money. Hey, what happened in this building was lousy. All those people getting killed, Marvin dead. It's horrible. But I have...
Your bookkeeper was a very quiet man. He had no enemies.
Yeah, he did. He had 2, and he was one of them. Marvin was a workaholic. He didn't have to come in here yesterday. He insisted on it and got himself killed for the trouble.
And the other enemy?
Bodash. He hated Marvin. They went back years. At one time, Marvin was his business manager. They had a lawsuit. The thing got settled out of court, but the bad blood never cleared up. Now, can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
You want to give me a hand with this?
Yep.
Okay, Jack?
Very...
Mr. Pinto. I'm Lieutenant Janek.
Look, I'm sorry, but I have to work when the light is right, all right? Tommy, do me a favor and go get Tiffany, please. Tiffany!
Like over here. Put your hand here.
The show must go on, right?
That's the way it is. Anne-Marie, step away, okay? See what I'm saying here? This is a nightmare, this job. You understand? I had a job last week. It was a breeze.
How about under here? Do we have to do this today after what's happened?
Yes, honey.
Hold on, let me check.
Yes, we do. Okay? I know it's tough, but you gotta do it, all right? Okay? Okay, Bree and Corey, both. Look at Blaine. Beautiful.
Mr. Pinto, how well did you know Candace Svensson?
Who says that I knew her?
You photographed her.
Why don't you ask Tiffany, okay?
I'm asking you.
It's looking great, gals.
Tommy? This is a nightmare. Set up the next shot, please.
Okay, listen,
Look.
we're gonna just pop another
We
Polaroid.
were lovers for a while, didn't take.
Lovers. With both women.
Just the way it happened. I met him on different shoots. I dated Candace for a while, then I met Tiffany. I seemed to get pulled from one to the other.
Oh, did it matter to Candace, this pulling?
It upset her. You know, then she began to come down on Tiffany. I fought about that.
Yeah, fought how?
Argued, you know.
No, I don't. Why don't you tell me?
All right, once, Candace had been drinking a little too much. She said she wished that somebody would slash Tiffany's face. That she'd like to see that in a photo magazine.
She told me they were like sisters.
Well, sisters have arguments too, right? I mean, they both have hot tempers.
Tiffany said she spent all weekend with you. Is that right?
Yeah, in my studio in Tribeca. Frank, can I see you for a sec?
That was nice, very nice.
Thanks, Victor.
Owens just called in. He's got a make on Lombroso, Broadway and Mercer.
Let's go.
Ambroso's not in. Tenants say they have a real hard time finding him when they need him. Real ticked off bunch.
We'll wait.
Where'd you make a pin on the Greer girl?
Ah, he's a snake. And I think her tears are pure crocodile.
I don't agree with you, Frank. I bought it.
Look at this. Fits his description, real slob. Excuse me. Mr. Lombroso? Please!
Take the side. Lombroso, stop! Please! Lombroso, stop!
Think about it, pal.
What do you want? I just want to talk. Well, you got some evidence? You got a warrant on me? What if I don't want to talk? Next thing you wake up and you say to yourself, gee, I wish I'd talked to those cops. I'd listen to me, Mr. Lombroso.
I used to be super for Bodash's building. So what?
You been in the buildings recently, Mr. Lombroso?
Not in over a year, and not yesterday. I can prove that. Prove it good.
I hear you worked as a super in a few other buildings in the neighborhood after Bodash fired you. And you got sacked by those landlords, too. Am I right?
I used to drink. They didn't like that. But I'm clean now, sober. Ask anybody at AA.
You joined Alcoholics Anonymous
2 months ago.
Oh, that's great. Isn't that great, guys?
That's lovely. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change and the courage to... Go on, Lombroso. Pick it up.
Pick what up?
The serenity prayer you learned at AA. What they pray together at each 12-step meeting. Come on. Let's see the rest of it.
I didn't go to that many.
You didn't go to any. You should have tried Narcotics Anonymous, Manny. You're a doper. I can see it in your eyes. I can smell the stink of it coming out of your pores. You were carrying stash when you came into this building. That's what you tossed into that incinerator. Your stash.
Try proving it.
You was in Bodash's building. But when you left, what did you do with him?
I handed him over to Ledbetter. After you made copies.
I never made no copies.
Did Bodash tell you that? If he did, he's a lying sleazebag.
Robbery squad already told us about the break-ins in the buildings we used to work, okay? So what'd you do?
Hit the places yourself or sell the keys to outside parties?
I never robbed nothing. I told you, I didn't make no copies.
Okay, listen. And listen hard. I'm investigating 6 homicides. If you sold those keys, I want you to say so now. Because if I find out the killer got his keys from you, I'm gonna book you as an accessory in 6 homicides. 6. Is that clear?
Look, you got nothing on me. I've been a nice guy. I didn't ask for no lawyer. But I swear on every grave I know, I will if you don't let me go.
Go on. Get out of here. Just don't let us catch you reading the Times travel section.
Years ago, this team didn't win a single conference game in the Great Midwest. But last season, they were able to improve and post 12 victories overall.
That's right. This year, they went 13-0 going into last night's game. And it was a half-dozen-point lead at the end of the first half.
In the second half, that lead was whittled away, but they managed to hold on and win it, as they remain undefeated in the conference.
You know, there was...
I'm sorry, I'm so late. This guy talks so much, I thought dessert was going to turn into breakfast at the courthouse. So did you break your case?
Oh, I wish.
Another day. I have to be back there in 7.5 hours. Oof. So what are we celebrating?
Oh, nothing. I can't wait.
Champagne can never wait.
I like the way you think. Can I do that?
No. I have it. Voila. A toast to,
How about a toast to right now?
exactly the way it is. I hope it never changes.
Lay down, they rushed the queue.
Focus, Christina. Come on, together.
Stand by in the drop.
Smile.
Stand by for 1 2. Where's the drop?
1 2 go.
Keep your focus. All together.
Stop! Where's the drop? Is it too much trouble to ask where the drop is? Everyone on stage, if you can see it. What's with the dry ice, Mike? I can't see my dancers. Glenn, take it from the top.
Right, we'll go from
Rick,
the
I am so Don't say a word. Yesterday, we changed the cue. 10 seconds earlier, I want you to coordinate it with Glenn.
Excuse me.
Coordinate it with Glenn.
Let me speak with you for a second.
No pay hikes till after the show.
I'm serious, okay? I really need your help, Rick.
Hey, we should be glad we weren't in that apartment last night.
It's gotta come out. You cannot keep a relationship secret, not in this business.
Okay, you want me to talk to Mr. Bodash?
Well, you know how he's gonna take it. He's gonna sweep me under the carpet like I'm nothing. Just one more career canceled. He likes doing that.
Okay, I'll talk to him, okay?
That's it.
Promise?
Promise.
Thank you.
Wait, Diane. Hold it. I think you're in the wrong part of the music.
6.
Part 24, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's good. Let's take it from the top again. Okay, everyone in position. Watch your spacing. Okay, here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 1.
Excuse me, Miss Daniels.
5, 6, round and 1, 2, lift.
Miss Daniels.
7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, stretch. 7, 8.
Miss Daniels, I'm Lieutenant Janek.
Okay, now that we have that
Is there somewhere quiet where we could talk for a few minutes?
together, so that we're dancing in unison and
This way.
feeling each other.
You're here about Dennis, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Dennis and I lived together, sort of off and on, you know. We had some pretty tough times, but we loved each other very much. It's, supposed to be a secret, you know, no liaison between staff members and chorus kids, that kind of thing. Mr. Bodash was very strict about that, except, of course, when it came to himself.
I want you to know I'm very sorry about what happened to Dennis.
Think about somebody that you know dying that way. It's... I just can't seem to take it in, you know. I can't believe it yet.
Dennis and Alex Bodash were obviously very close. All right, Dennis managed the man's show. He managed his building.
Nobody gets close to Alex Bodash.
What did they think of each other?
Why don't you ask Alex Bodash?
Charlotte.
I know. I'm supposed to say the right thing, right? I'm supposed to tell you everything and do the right thing, even if it's just my life we're talking about.
Someone's threatened your life?
No, this life.
Oh.
It sounds stupid, I know. Up against a mass murderer, some dancer's career. What's that worth? What do you care?
I'd like to care, but I can't. I gotta catch a killer. Dennis's killer. He could be out there right now, hunting down someone else. I need to know whatever you know.
Dennis knew that Mr. Bodash was skimming the company's profits. Money that was supposed to go back to the investors. He was really frightened to face him, but he couldn't live with it, so...
Did he face him?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Look, Dennis was a man that I loved, and he's dead now. And I have to get back on that stage and sing and dance and smile, and this is killing me inside. So can I go, please?
Yeah.
One. Lift. Okay, that's lunch. 1 hour.
Just take another Well, Daniel, I wouldn't worry about rushing back to rehearsal after your lunch.
Sure, Mike.
Mr. Bodash,
You what? You talk too much? Yes, my darling, you do.
I explained to Rick...
And Rick explained it to me, and it very nearly worked until I saw you chatting with that cop in the back of the theater. And I must tell you, I felt sick inside, betrayed. You were one of us. He's them.
He already knew.
You have 10 minutes to get your things together and get out of this theater. Who knows, maybe out of the theater.
Look at that report.
Any evidence of a break-in? Can you tell?
You notice the discrepancy?
Anything? Possible motive. Dennis Ledbetter might have had criminal evidence against Bodash. Profit skimming. Now, we know that Bodash hated Feinberg. But so far, there's no link to the other four. What do you got?
Look at this. Found these 6 boxes in the back of Dory McCoy's closet. Each one contains a lock cylinder like this, and each one matches the security lock on McCoy's door. Got some initials here as well. Got a T, a B, an L, a JP, H, and ME. Seems as though McCoy had a select group of regular visitors, each with his own key. You come on your scheduled day, she's got your lock cylinder in the door, you use your key, and you're in.
Some game.
Dory McCoy's key, ME. Me, Dory McCoy.
For those nights when she didn't feel like having company.
Exactly. That leaves 5 visitors.
5 visitors. And 5 possible suspects.
Would you tell the court about the diagnosis you made on Mr. Epps?
I observed 3 separate personalities in the subject. Earl, a responsible good worker. E.G., who presented himself as a 10-year-old, frightened, very, very withdrawn. And Slam, hostile, very deeply disturbed, and the personality who committed the crime in question.
What you're stating is in complete disagreement with the finding made by Dr. Oliver Garrett, who testified for the state that the defendant is faking any sort of multiple personalities, and seems, in fact, to have fooled you too, Miss Dessier.
That's Dr. Dessier, and I'm afraid your Dr. Garrett has fooled himself.
Is it not true, Doctor, that Dr. Garrett has exposed 3 cases of fake
For
personalities?
every fakery he has found, I can
Is it not true, Dr. Dessier?
I can
Yes
point out
or
5
no?
cases of proven multiple personalities. Your Dr. Garrett has closed his mind to this disease.
And you find this unsympathetic towards a man accused of rape?
No, not unsympathetic. Unscientific.
Dr. Dessier. Dr. Dessier. What the hell do you think you're doing in there?
Testifying, Dr. Garrett? Excuse me.
Not until I finish with you. You are attacking me personally, and I won't stand for it. I'll drag you into court.
Fine. File charges.
I will.
Good. This is a case I'd look forward to. Getting your prejudice and your narrow mind on record.
John, Joanna, we're the civil.
Who's there? How did you get in here? I was sure I locked it. Oh, my God. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no, please. Oh, God, help.
And then when I walked out of the courtroom, Max was all over me like, oh, what do you say, like a dirty sock? But I stopped him in his tracks. I laid him out. He was speechless. He would have been so proud of me. You okay?
I'm crazy about you.
Thank you. This looks great. Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine.
It smells delicious.
Oh, hell. I can't wait till after dinner.
What?
Monique, I want you to marry me.
Oh, Frank.
I love you.
I love you, too. I love you. Oh, but this is so fast. It's,
Oh, we've been seeing each other almost a year.
How many times have we seen each other? 8, maybe 9 times in all those months in between. What's wrong with how it is right now?
That's what's wrong with it, all those months in between. I want you with me all the time.
I don't know what to say.
You can say yes.
You have your life here, and I have my life in Canada. What do you need, a piece of paper, Frank?
I guess I'm kind of old-fashioned.
You want to promise? I won't stop loving you. You got it. But marriage is...
Just don't say no yet, okay? Janek.
Frank, better meet me at the Bodash building quick.
Aaron, this is not exactly a good time, all right?
Can't wait, boss.
Been another murder.
I'll be right there.
You have to go?
Yeah.
What is it?
There's 7 now. 7 bodies. Now, promise me that you'll think about this.
How am I going to think about anything else? Be safe.
Precinct, we're almost done. Okay. I got this area covered. I'm almost done.
Did you get all the samples from around the bed?
Yeah.
Poor kid, she was alone in bed reading. Someone came in and did her. No sign of forced entry, just like the others.
Did you see the hallway?
There's blood all over the place.
Jack, why don't you hand me that bag, will you? Sure.
Jimmy, this is done.
Okay.
Checks out.
All right.
What's he trying to tell us?
I know, but we have to do something about it. All right. Yeah, I understand. No, come on, sit down, Frank. Have a seat. Yeah, okay, I'll get back to you later. Right. Sad about last night, huh?
Yeah. So damn young.
Yeah. Yeah, like the Svensson girl and the McCoy girl, Ledbetter, all young. So, what do you got?
Well, nothing definite. It's impossible. We got Bodash, Lombrosa, Wheeler.
Forget Lombroso. He's got the perfect alibi.
Huh? What's that?
He's our guest. In the cell on Rikers Island as of yesterday a.m. Picked up in a drug bust.
Well, that doesn't mean he didn't sell a duplicate set of keys to the killer.
Well, you won't give up on that, will you?
Well, is it possible, John?
Yeah, possible, but no proof. Come on, Frank, face the facts. You got nothing.
What do you want? You want instant solutions? I mean, we're tracking down everyone and everything connected with the case. Yeah, I gotta admit, so far we've come up zero, but
Frank, now look, I'm starting to take some heat. And now that we've got a new homicide, so maybe we should put Ruggieri and his team on a kind of parallel, hmm?
Well, you're giving my case to Ruggieri? What is this supposed to be? Some kind of a motivational thing? Because if that's what you think it is, John, it stinks.
Look, cool down, Frank, huh? You've got nothing but possibles. Your own words. Maybe a fresh eye wouldn't hurt.
The fresh eye, huh? Ruggieri, a fresh eye? John, you called me away from a lovely long weekend with a beautiful woman. This is your kind of a case, Frank. That's a quote, your words.
Yeah, well, I'm still running this department and I can change my mind.
Well, this is my kind of a case. If you want Ruggieri, you don't want me.
Okay, Frank. Okay. It's your case for now. But I need results.
Thanks, John. Oh, and I'll forget that, for now.
Get out of here, huh?
You got an audition piece?
Yes, I do. The title is The Dory McCoy Story. Why don't you sing it for me? Detective Greenberg, City of New York. McCoy had you listed as H on a lock cylinder box. Was that H for Harry?
Haldun. My mother was Turkish. Look, I heard about... I'd like to send some flowers. Do you know anything about the funeral?
That's very nice of you. I'll let you know. Meanwhile, let's have the key.
Look, this was Dory's idea.
You tell me about it.
Look, I had a night, Tuesday. I'd show up, she'd have my lock in place.
Why not just ring the bell? Ding dong, honey, I'm home.
I would ruin it for her. She wanted me to come in real quiet, like. She'd be in bed, pretend to be asleep. She liked the surprise.
When was the last time you were at her building?
Well, I was there last Tuesday, but I didn't see her.
Why not?
Sometimes I'd show up late and she'd have the wrong lock in place on purpose. Some joke. I mean, your Dory could be a real bitch. Rest her soul.
Right.
Hey, so what you're saying is Dory McCoy had a sex tease thing going.
What a sweet deal she had for herself. Every guy had a different night or matinee assigned to him. Luigi on Monday, Haldoon on Tuesday, Jean-Pierre on Wednesday. Thursday was her night to be alone.
What about tea?
Tea. I'm nowhere on that. Been through every Tom and Ted, nada. Now I'm working on nicknames. Maybe T for Anthony. There's an A. Jaminsky in the book or an A. Stefano. I'll try them both. However, you ready for this? The B in Dory's address book? Take a wild guess.
Bodash. Alex Bodash. Well, that ties him to 4. 4 out of the 6.
I wanna try to reach right up to the sky. Just spread my wings and I'll fly across to you.
Big ronde-de-drums coming up, round. Stretch it out. Cross stage right. I said stage right. I changed that yesterday.
Part of your life. I wanna be somebody's wife.
I wanna know your world's mine too.
Ready, focus out. Stage left. Easy crosses. Steady. Bring it down stage now.
You know you can do it if you really try, girl.
That's it. Keep breathing.
All right, hold it! Ladies and gentlemen, front and center. Glenn, you said you're going to have this new number in by Tuesday, and you're still making it up.
Give me a break, okay, Rick?
Sorry, Mr. Bodosh. I'm trying to fix it. Stand up. Stand up.
Sorry, Rick.
I am appalled. This is not a bus and truck company, ladies and gentlemen. This is Broadway. It is 2 short weeks until curtain goes up, and you are still marking, you are missing cues, and you're late on entrances. You're acting like a bunch of amateurs. If the show is too much for you, I am sure there are plenty of professional dancers who would be more than happy to take your place. Anyone? Excuse me, Miss Stevenson. Is there something you'd like to share with the rest of us? No, please. We'd love to hear what you have to share. Share with us. I thought as much. Mr. Bodash hired each and every one of you because he believes in you. I think you owe it to him to give him 100%. I know tempers are strained right now, but we have a lot of work ahead of us. I know you can all do this. We're family. We have to work together. We have to live, eat, and sleep this show. Not when it opens, now. Okay, everyone take 5. When we come back, we'll start from the top of the back, too.
All right, what we'll do is we'll get rid of these frills, first of all. Yes, what is it? Come for your free tickets?
Come for some answers.
I have an appointment with the real estate agent scheduled for now. What's happened at that building, I decided to sell the damn thing, so if you'll excuse me.
You'll have to put off your appointment for now, because you and I have to talk. We'll start with Dory McCoy, and then we'll take it from there.
I asked you something, Mr. Bodash. I want an answer. Do you have a key to Dory McCoy's apartment?
I don't have to answer that.
The hell you don't.
I did. Once.
And what do you mean once?
Up until about a year ago, till she started handing them out to other men like prizes at the bottom of a Cracker Jack box.
Now, where is it now? The key, where is it?
I tossed it in the trash one night. I didn't want to be part of that scene anymore. Oh, Dory. She was very beautiful.
Can you just play
Strange, willful. I must admit her wildness was attractive at first.
Then she made a mistake.
Yes, a serious one. She nearly destroyed one of my productions. I had to see that she paid for that.
You're all right.
It's the nature of the beast, part of the business that I've devoted most of my life to. You don't screw with my work. If you do, I make an example, and it doesn't happen again. This isn't some off-Broadway theater in the round. This is a multi-million-dollar machine I've produced.
Did you make an example of Charlotte Daniels?
I fired her. I didn't murder her. And she had no right to discuss my finances with you. She didn't understand.
Would your investors understand? The men and women that you're ripping off.
Ripping off these Upper East Side angels. Oh, those poor victims. They can't act, sing, or dance, but they want to be part of the theater, so they pour their money into it. And believe me, they love it. Getting 150% back on their investment when I give them a smash. Calling in and having my girls messenger them choice seats for their friends when we're standing room only, rubbing shoulders with the stars at Sardi's at opening night. And why? Because we worked and sweated and made it a hit.
Dennis Ledbetter knew about the skimming.
Can you all hear it? Can you all feel?
The money you're talking about went right back into every show I produced. It kept this invalid known as Broadway alive and breathing. I did nothing for myself. Those people over there on stage are relying on me to get this curtain up in a couple of weeks and give them a hit so they can see their names in the papers the next day, so they can live their dreams on the money I skimmed. So go ahead and judge me, Lieutenant. Hate me if you want to. Join a growing club.
And just who belongs to this club? Anyone who's ever threatened you? Threatened your life?
Yes, several times. Usually anonymous calls and letters. All of which...
Yeah.
makes me think that Dory and Dennis and the others are dead because I have enemies. Because some psycho came after me, but I wasn't home.
Mortgage rates are dropping slightly. The average rate on a 30-year loan down 0.5%.
Anything else?
Just a glass of water, I think.
Hey. Can I order you something?
No, thanks.
Oh, yeah. I feel like a tourist. Nobody comes into these Broadway hangouts in the middle of the afternoon.
So, Wyckoff, did he mean what he said about the deadline?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He means it. Have you seen the papers? Saturday slaughter, they call it. Look at this. House of death. People go home, they lock the doors, and they're still afraid, and I don't blame them. I can't help them.
You're really stuck, huh?
Oh, yeah, I'm stuck.
What's bothering you the most?
I don't know, it's just... Oh, like... the blood. Why do you think he smears blood on the walls?
Walls have ears. People hear things through walls. Maybe he is hearing voices like that other killer, that son of Sam.
Yeah, but our killer doesn't kill coldly. Our killer's in kind of a frenzy, a rage, a real anger.
Or pain?
Yeah.
Could be he is in a lot of pain.
If he is, maybe I can use his pain to help me catch him.
Just calm down. Did you see the man's face?
Frank, I got something sensitive here. I'm not sure how to handle it.
What?
I got the T figured out. It's Anthony Stefano. Does that ring a bell?
No. The assistant DA?
Right. High profile, trying to be district attorney, Anthony Crimebuster Stefano. Great conviction record, backs the cops to the hilt, rides a white horse.
T is for Saturday, right?
Right.
That's Bloodbath Saturday.
Right. So what do? Go to the chief?
No. We drop on Mr. Stefano like a bomb. Come on.
I have to be in court in exactly 5 minutes. What can I help you with?
Dory McCoy.
I knew her. Barely. She was a witness in a case I was trying.
Mr. Stefano, you've got a key to her apartment. You missed the Saturday night.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, Stefano. Don't get in deeper than you already are.
I just said I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do, so stop the act. We'd like to see the key.
I have a wife and a son. Got a sensitive job. I wanted to hand this over to you, but I couldn't. I couldn't. You can see that.
How did you and Dory McCoy meet?
She was a witness. I took a deposition from her. We got to talking. She came after me.
We believe you showed at her apartment on Saturday. We believe you had sex with her before she was murdered.
We've typed the semen. We're going to match it. I was there, but I didn't murder her.
Oh, my God.
Now, you locked the door after you went in?
That's what's killing me. I think I did, but it's one of those things you do by habit. I'm not sure.
So while you were there, someone else came in. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
That's what I am telling you.
Someone like who?
I don't know, I swear. Dory and I, we made love. There's a balcony just off the apartment. I put on a robe. I stepped out to have a cigarette. I don't smoke indoors.
I'm a sensitive guy.
I'm telling you. The curtains were drawn. They're a gauzy material, sheer. I could see in somewhat.
So what did you see?
A sudden movement, an image, a man, a silhouette. Dory said something, but he didn't answer. I could hear a sound like a swish, and then he was gone. It happened so fast. I ran in and she was dead.
Did she have a phone?
Yes.
Why didn't you use it? Call the police.
I panicked. I got dressed and I got out of there. I know. I should have called. I should have come to you. But my family, my job. You can understand that.
What you saw. Just tell us more about what you saw.
He moved quickly. He was very agile. He had to be young. Medium height, thin. That's all I can tell you. Honest to God. Now, please. This doesn't have to come out. We can keep it between us. One of you, for God's sake.
You were. You crossed the line. Should have stood up. Well, we got a description. Male, medium height, youngish. I want to check the neighbors, see if anyone saw anyone that matched that description the night of the murders. Aaron, why don't you take that block? Corey, take the buildings on this side. You take the one next to the loft. I'll go around the corner. Eddie! I want you to go to records. I want you to give me a background, a history.
Sure, on who?
On it.
Loft?
As far back as you can go.
House, Frank? You're saying it was the building?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
In all due respect, what is that supposed to mean?
All right, just suppose, the attack was not against the victims. Suppose they just happened to be in the building at the time.
So then the house got attacked.
What am I getting a real strong doubt here?
Well, maybe because we're still a little confused,
I
Frank.
can understand, but you remember the blood on the window? Well, fake or not, that was symbolic of rage. That meant...
Lieutenant, housewife murdered by her husband, domestic quarrel. Perpetrator Leo Mortz, victim Frida Mortz, stabbed to death, slashed.
So?
Same building, 20 years ago, last Saturday. Case made the newspapers. Human interest angle. There was a son, Lanny Mortz, 6 years old. Police found the kid hiding in a closet in shock. Wouldn't talk for days. When he finally did, all he would talk about were the neighbors over and over again. They could hear his mother, but they didn't help her. That's all he'd talk about. Why didn't they help her?
Anything about the father?
He hung himself in prison.
What about the boy?
Foster care.
They're making what, 26, 27 now?
Mm-hmm.
I think we better start digging. Poor Lanny Moritz may be exactly who we're looking for.
Represented the old neighbors.
That's my theory.
It's a possible theory. Why didn't you wake me up last night and tell me?
A little too comfortable. There could be a flaw in this, though.
What?
See, none of the current residents lived in that building 20 years ago.
That doesn't matter. Leo Moritz killed his wife, but to his son, it was the neighbors who allowed it to happen. And 20 years later, to the date, do I understand correctly?
To the exact date.
The boy is in the house, and he snaps. Because in his mind, the people who are living in the house now are still the neighbors he remembers.
The people who did nothing to stop his mother from being killed.
Exactly.
So he walks into the building, and he murders them.
As if to cry out, why should people live here, where my mother bled to death, in this house?
So it's possible.
It's very possible. I worked on a case a few years ago. A projectionist in a porno theater set the place on fire and killed 12 people because, as he put it, the theater was twisting their minds. So it was the place, the structure, that had to go. I think you're right, Frank. It was the house that was violated. Frank, this is a courthouse.
It's okay. I'm a cop. Thanks.
Look, I told him that this homicide.
Ruth, did you get anything?
Letter from the family court clerk's office. Interesting. Lanny Moritz was placed first with a couple up in Troy, New York. That lasted for about a year. They felt he was too disturbed. So he was farmed out again, finally ended up in a state institution.
The Troy couple, you contact them?
I tried, both of them deceased. Neighbors gone, scattered.
What about the institution?
Couldn't find a name. Records missing, lost somewhere in the maze.
This guy's out there somewhere. Could be anybody.
No, it's got to be somebody we know. It's got to be somebody in this case. Somebody who had access to that building. Somebody who knew those people.
Somebody 26, 27, like Wheeler, for instance?
Like the photographer, Larry Pinto.
There's a guy in a catering service that age, Jacques Bertrand. He also collects some knives in the kitchen.
Good. Let me do a background on him.
Hey, Eddie, you cover Pinto. Ruth, you and I'll check Rick Wheeler.
Blonde in the middle of the stage. That's the gal I interviewed in Brooklyn. Rick Wheeler's sister. She didn't say she was a dancer. She told me she was a secretary working in some office.
Lieutenant! Stay away from this place, huh? What can I do for you? Oh, the preview tickets. We begin in 2 weeks. All you have to do is ask,
So you are not his sister, and he was not with you Saturday night.
Well,
You what? Lied to me.
I guess...
How about those tickets?
Yes or no?
I think I'll just stand in line and buy my own, huh? Wheeler?
What?
Oh, I'm nothing important. But who's that young lady that Sergeant Corey's talking to?
Beth? She's just one of the dancers.
Why did you lie?
Look, I didn't do anything.
Sister, this is a murder investigation, and you better believe it. You are in deep.
Come back. We're going to start again. We're going to do the same thing again. And this time I want you
Rick
to
begged me to. He said if I didn't help him out, he'd be in terrible trouble.
I want you down at the precinct today.
In trouble with who?
Bodash. See, I was having this thing. an affair with someone he had his eyes on. She was the person I was with the night of the killings.
What's her name?
Karen Armstrong.
Just outside.
How can I check what you're saying with Karen Armstrong?
She's in Spain right now. I don't know exactly where she is.
When will she be back?
Soon. Listen, I don't know what you're getting at. It was my window that bottle was thrown at, remember?
Frank.
Thanks.
Don't look down.
So,
Okay, ready?
I really fouled it up, Frank. I didn't check her deep enough. I'm sorry.
won't happen again, will it?
8 and 1.
No.
How'd it go?
Wheeler was strange. A couple of times he phased out. I mean, he was gone.
Think he's a little weird?
Or very scared. What do you got?
Larry Pinto. Grew up on the Lower East Side. Was orphaned at an early age. Still no details on the actual address of how his parents died, but I should be hearing some pretty soon. So far, is it possible, huh?
That leaves us with Jacques. Full name Jacques Bertrand. Born here of French parents, went back to Paris when he was 7. Nobody's sure yet whether he went with one parent, both parents, or no parents. I contacted Interpol. They're going to try and help us out.
Well, that's great, but that's going to take time.
Well, we're not going to wait. All 3 possibles had access to that building. Any one of the 3 could go up to Ledbetter's door, often go inside and take the keys to the other apartments. Now, we're going to make this case.
How are you going to make it, Frank?
A trap. A trap with a little help from our friend Alex Bodash. I'm over there.
Did I make a mistake? Should I have brought a lawyer?
No. We're here to ask you for a favor.
Me? This man has battle fatigue.
I want you to do what you do best.
I do only one thing.
That's it.
Produce and direct a play.
Now, it's a party, but it will be a play. And if it works, we're going to have our killer.
My plays always work. You have a suspect?
Several. And you're not out of the running yourself, Mr. Bodash.
I like this man's style.
We'll get you an invitation list. The important thing is everybody's got to show up.
Nobody in the theater says no to a Bodash party. If they're working, they come and flaunt their job. If they're not working, they come sniffing like mongrels for a bone.
Whatever happened to there's no business like show business? One big happy family of troopers.
This man has been seeing too many Judy Garland movies. When's the party?
Tonight.
To the theater. Reality sucks.
You look great. Ooh.
I'm sorry about you, Mr. Reps.
Me too. But we'll appeal and we'll win. I wish I was going with you.
I'm already putting enough people at risk.
But you're at risk too.
You know, I wish that I could stay here with you. And the phone wouldn't ring for like maybe 1,000 nights. That's kind of my way of asking you again.
I know. I am thinking about it. So, you take care of yourself. We'll talk when you get home.
Yep.
Girl back.
Oh, Derek, it's going to be wonderful. Rick.
Philippe, would you make sure those people have something to drink? Thank you.
Picked on the Greer girl. Any problem with the invitation?
No. They didn't invite him, though. We ordered him.
Good.
Well, the gang's all here. Shot, Pinto, Wheeler.
What about Jenny Lakes? Think she can pull it off?
Skittin' Tate, isn't she?
You sound like Bodash.
Love your suit.
Keep mingling.
Mingling.
You know, sir, I was offered another director.
Well, now it's really...
Of course, like at the drop of a hat, you can just go and get a show.
Wheeler, you're not leaving so soon, are you?
I forgot something in my apartment. I'll be back.
What business is it of yours? You still can't keep your eyes off every time. 20 years. 20 years, and I'm sick and tired of your accusation.
Alex, what's going on? Why are all these cops here?
Yeah, and why do they want Larry and me to come?
Well, they're here to keep us safe. That's what they do, Judy. And they invited you because you're sexy. You stay close. I'm going to make an announcement.
What's that, Alex?
Rick, you're back. Perfect time. I'm on. Can I have your attention, please? Just give me your attention for a moment. Thank you. Am I in my key? Ladies and gentlemen, which most of you are not. After searching my soul, oh, you thought I sold that, did you? I have decided not to sell this building. This is my home. I'm not going to run away. I love this place. So we're here to prove that no matter what those papers called it, this is a house of life. Oh. So drink up, eat up, be merry.
Alex, I need to talk to you. No, I need to talk to you, but what do you...
In a moment. I've got a few words with you.
Canapé, Monsieur Wheeler? They are exceptionally good. No, shut up. I heard you may have an opening for an understudy. Not now.
I should do something about this.
No, it's between them.
Do you hear what's going on? Do you hear what he said? What's happening? Why does he talk to her like that? You're the police. Do something.
Oh, it's their fight. We can't get involved in this.
Isn't anybody gonna do something?
Lenny!
What?
Lanny, there's nothing you can do out there.
But he's gonna pick up a knife.
No, he isn't.
He is. I know it. He's gonna hurt her like he did before. But you don't care, do you? Nobody does. Nobody.
Where's he going? Where's he going? What's happening?
Everything's gonna be okay, folks. Just stay in the room, please.
You are not gonna hurt her anymore.
Party's over, pal.
Daddy. Nobody in this house cares. Nobody cares.
Get him out of here.
Too real. Too damn real.
Well, I guess you made up your mind.
Don't jump to conclusions. When you called me about Wheeler, I was sitting here waiting for the phone to ring and some stranger to tell me that you were dead. Nice, huh? I don't want to lose you, Frank.
I'm here.
It's only been 2 years since I lost Paul. Till death do us part. I can't say those words again, not yet.
Oh, you don't have to let me down easy. Just give it to me straight. The answer's no.
No, the answer is a question. Why can't we keep it the way it is?
I'm used to losing people. It's my life, huh?
Don't run away from me, Frank. I am not running away from you. Believe me.
I want to. I really do.
I love you so much, and I know you love me, and it would be so easy to say yes, and then what? The phone would ring, someone kills someone, and it starts all over again. You got to go off and pick up the pieces, and you just get swallowed up in the case, and I'm just left here, sitting here alone. No. I can't handle that. Just be patient with me, Frank. Don't make me answer you now. Please. Let's just keep it the way it is.
Do I have a choice?